Um, a game that has a religion that everyone's like, oh, that's just a religion, you're kooky. But it's real. You know, there's proof of all this stuff happening. And it's like, but how do you, it's like, you claim it to be false. Or people can claim it's false, but it's also true at the same time. It just makes no sense, you know? Okay, I'm going to attempt the dragon fight once, right now, and then later on, I'll come back if I fail. So this is a high dragon fight. It's completely optional. There's no benefit to fighting it besides some minor rewards. I say they're minor, but, you know, it depends on the person. You get dragon armor with it. I'm going to try to fight it. If I fail, then I'm not going to try it again. I'm going to come back later on once I feel like I'm equipped enough to fight it, then fight it again. But I think we should be fine. I've grown as a player. I have Win over here. I have Morgan over here. I have Liliana over here. Why didn't you go to your positions like I just told you to?
I see. Right.
Oh god. Cone of Cold, which is a legitimately OP strategy against the dragon, any dragon in these games. Just hit him with Cone of Cold. Although it doesn't last as long as I hoped. Hit up with that. Liliana hit up with that. Morgan, you're way too close. The dragon totally could just hunt you. Oh, don't tell me you're changing positions. Crushing Prism. Living Bomb. Oh, you're gone. Oh, you move towards Win, I believe? Oh. Oh, that's not good. Drink that. Drink that. I thought I was taunted. Or I thought you were taunted. Stop changing your position, please. Cone of Cold. Taunt. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Yeah, I wasn't fast enough. Mass Rejuvenate. Revive.
As you say. You cannot win.
Drink the potion. Oh, I was very afraid there. Defense boost on me. Hit up with that. Actually, I haven't been using you. Where are you at? Hit him with an arrow sling. You're gonna have to drink a potion or you're gonna die. No, you're down. Oh boy. We're close. Oh yeah, put up shield wall. Oh, Win's gonna get hit. Definitely. Oh no, it was Liliana. Oh, she's summoning ads? Can she? I don't think she can. Taunt off. Yeah, you can't knock me back. Shield wall. Oh, there we go. Morgan doesn't get the experience, but it's fine. Yeah. I still think that's how that works. Kind of feels like that's how that works. And we killed the High Dragon on hard, guys. Truly an achievement. I never thought I could. That's why I said, if I don't succeed the first time, I'm not going to try until I'm ready.
What would you like?
But that's about it for combat, I believe. There's only one more combat, which I think we should be sufficient in completing. High Dragon is dead. Look at all this loot! Grandmaster Flame Rune is really good, because we need it in the next expansion. Chest. Broken chest. Boom. And we still have 7 slots to spare, and I'm not sure how much. Let's disable these two so that we can get the benefits. I'm so used to haste walking that I'm like, oh, that's slow. Yeah, you lose it if you perish. But yes, now into the Gauntlet, or the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Quick save. Beware of power outage. Quickly press F save. F5 to save. You might think this guy looks weird.
Not like the rest of the temple. This part is unblemished, untouched.
I bid you welcome, pilgrim.
Who are you?
I am the guardian, the protector of
Yeah, he
the
looks like
Urn
this because
Sacred
of that
Ashes.
face change mod I did.
waited years for this.
Sadly, I tried to remove his morph file and it caused his face to disappear, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it, so I just said I'll keep it because I'd rather have a face than no face, even though I like the look of him having no face, if it's the same, but I feel like it'd be weird for us. Why have you been here for so long?
It has been my duty, my life, to protect the urn and prepare the way for the faithful who come to revere Andraste. For years beyond counting have I been here, and shall I remain until my task is done and the Imperium has crumbled into the sea.
The Imperium is no longer as powerful as it once was.
Ah, is it not? Then perhaps this is the beginning of the end.
Who were the men who have taken over the rest of the temple?
When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory and guard her. I have watched generations of my brethren take up the mantle of their fathers. For centuries they did this, unwavering, joyful in their appointed task. But now they have lost their way. They have forgotten Andraste and their promise.
And what about you? Who are you?
I am all that remains of the first disciples. I swore I would protect the urn as long as I lived, and I have lived a very long time.
The first disciple. Did you know Andraste?
Did anyone really know her, save the Maker? She would sometimes spend weeks alone in meditation, often without food or water.
Please tell me more about Andraste.
I cannot express in words my love for Andraste. You must seek her out for yourself. Everyone must.
How is it possible you lived so long?
I made a vow to Andraste and to the Maker. My life is tied to the ashes. As long as they remain, so will I.
What can you tell me about the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
You already know that the urn contains the remains of the prophet Andraste. What else is there to tell?
What do you know about the disciples of Andraste?
When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory.
In a sense, they
and
haven't
guard
forgotten her.
They have forgotten that Andraste was just a messenger. They speak no more of the Maker, only of their false Andraste, and even greater sin.
I would like to see the urn.
You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy.
I need the ashes to cure a noble man.
Still, you must prove yourself worthy. It is not my place to decide your worthiness. The Gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not...
What is the Gauntlet?
The Gauntlet tells the true pilgrims from the false. You will undergo 4 tests of faith, and we shall see how your soul fares.
I'm afraid.
If your heart is true, there is nothing to fear.
Very well, I'll enter the Gauntlet.
Before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past, your suffering, and the suffering of others. You abandoned your father and mother, leaving them in the hands of Rendon Howe, knowing he would show no mercy. Do you think you failed your parents?
Yes, I should have defended them to the death. Defended them to the death?
Thank you.
Should have been to death,
That
right?
is all I wish
To the
know.
death.
Is there any religion that does not thrive upon guilt, like a glutton at his lunch? No, I thought not.
Accept your failings, but do not let them govern your life.
You could not have known what would happen. You did what you thought was best.
And what of those that follow you?
Ask your question, Guardian. I am ready.
You are ever the advisor, ready with a word of wisdom. Do you wonder if you spout only platitudes, burned into your mind in the distant past? Perhaps you are only a tool, used to spread the word of the Circle and the Chantry. Does doubt ever chip away at your truths?
You framed the statement in the form of a question, yet you already know our answers. There is no sense in hiding, is there? Yes, I do doubt at times. Only the fool is completely certain of himself.
And you, why do you say the Maker speaks to you, when all know that the Maker has left? He spoke only to Andraste. Do you believe yourself her equal?
I never said that.
In Orlais you were someone. In Lothering, you feared you would lose yourself, become a drab sister, and disappear. When your brothers and sisters of the cloister criticized you for what you professed, you were hurt, but you also reveled in it. It made you special. You enjoyed the attention, even if it was negative.
You're saying that I made it up for the attention? I did not. I know what I believe.
And you, Morrigan, Flemeth's daughter, what?
Begone, spirit. I will not play your games.
I will respect your wishes. The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
See, the question is, because there's like this Dragon Age lore is all over the place, but this kind of proves that at least Andraste and her flock existed and all the Maker stuff existed, but it doesn't confirm whether or not the Maker is a person or a spirit. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of like spirit and magic here that's happening. So there's like a question of like, is that, does that prove that the Maker is real, or does it just prove that spirits are meddling in the world and they're not supposed to? Because there's like a lot of Tevinter stuff here and da 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 da. Like this whole gauntlet and the Urn of the Sacred Ashes actually has magical properties, stuff like that. Da da da. It's just stuff to think about. Anyways, this gauntlet is a riddle gauntlet. If you're good at riddles, you'll solve every riddle, but also the riddles are designed based on the Chant of Light. So if you know your Andrastian history, you should know the answers based on the riddle, if that makes sense. Rona.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what do I speak?
You speak of dreams.
A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death. I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
If you fail the question, you get attacked by a ash spirit, or an ash, whatever they're
The
called.
smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not. Of what do I speak?
A tune.
Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
Lady Vasilia.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak?
Revenge.
Yes, my husband Hysarion would have chosen a quick death for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders, that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
Because, like, the things we're talking to can be specific spirits, you know.
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak?
Home.
It was my dream.
I
for the
believe you
people
also
to
say
have a home of their
Ferelden. It's
own,
true because
where we
technically
have no
Ferelden
masters
is
for
my home,
ourselves.
but
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
I know for a fact that one of these riddles has two answers you could take. So I don't remember which one
A
is.
poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies slain. Of what do I speak?
Jealousy.
Yes, jealousy drove me to betrayal. I was the greatest general of the Alamari, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
Disciple
The
Harbor.
bones of the world stretch towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak?
The mountains.
Yes. I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
Disciple
No man
Cathain.
has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword. Comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak?
Hunger.
Yes, hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame, scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Cather, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done, and knew the Makers smiled on us.
Archon Hessarian.
She wields the broken sword, and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak?
Mercy, I think it was.
Yes, I could not bear the sight of Andraste's suffering, and Mercy bade me
Yeah,
end
the Blade
her
of
life.
Mercy is
I am the penitent
thing.
sinner, who shows compassion as he hopes compassion will be shown.
his great sword is called the Blade of Mercy. They make them in the Divinter Imperium apparently. There's an item in the second game you could get that's basically that. Quick save.
My dearest child,
Father?
you know that I am gone, and all your prayers and wishes will not bring me back. No more must you grieve, my girl. Take the pain and the guilt, acknowledge it, and let go. It is time. You have such a long road ahead of you, and you must be prepared. And so I leave this in your hands. I know you will do great things with it.
So this next section is a combat section where we must face ourselves in combat. So, Morgan has the most...
Time for a little cleanup.
So be it.
That's what it is then.
Boom, their healer's gone. We should be good. Morgan, their Morgan at least, turned into a spider. So,
Let's make this quick. Let's end this.
we should be good. Oh, no more magic.
All right.
I don't think our Liliana has a spare set of knives. For some reason they changed her here. I thought they had the same spells as us, which is why I was kind of confused. But we succeeded. This one,
Well,
Andraste loved her
looks like
disciple
there's
as she
only
loved the
one way
Maker,
forward.
as have faith in the Maker so much I have faith in her friends.
I suspect we'll have to... That part of the bridge looks like it's there, but I don't think it is. Try something else.
Okay, so this one, this one.
These are like a Sunday. We have to take them one at a time to get a...
Right, I don't need to. What do I need to do? Fuck, I don't remember what I need to do. There's not one that fixes two, it's only one across at a time. So I believe we solidify these two first. Then we send someone across. Don't need the first one anymore. We just need the second one, which is here. Now we don't need this one anymore. Yeah. And it was like one of this one, right? Now you're there. Now I don't need this one. So I go here. Now I don't need this one anymore. No, I could have used Liliana for this. No, I couldn't. I needed that. Needed it to everyone.
That was
Boom.
exciting. Can we do it again?
Easy peasy. Admittedly, I've done this a lot of times, so that was easy. Also, I just realized we're girl team.
I thought it was a legend. I didn't believe.
Like, we're all playing as females. Altar. This altar is a little bit more dusty slab. You can make out an inscription carved at its face. Cast off trappings of the worldly life and cloak yourself in the goodness spirits. King and slave, lord and beggar, born anew in the Maker's sight. Remove equipment. We're naked. So you could just walk through the flames here with your equipment, but you'll take a bunch of damage. But if you walk without your equipment, you take no damage.
You have walked the path of Andraste, and like her, you have been cleansed. You have proven yourself worthy, pilgrim. Approach the sacred ashes.
Yeah, so like they took all the damage because they didn't walk through the thing like I did. But we get a cutscene, so I think they should be fine. The Urn of Sacred Ashes.
I never dreamed I would ever lay my eyes on the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I have no words to express.
I stand in awe. Really?
I could not have asked for a greater honor than to be here. I will never forget this feeling.
These earthly remains of Andraste, prophet and bride of the Maker. Take a pinch of ashes. Take a pinches of ashes and place it in a leather pouch. Leave the urn alone. So, if you choose to side with the cultists, you can actually pour dragon blood in there and destroy the ashes. If you have Leliana and Wynn in your party, they will immediately attack you and you have to kill them. Like, I think Leliana can be persuaded if you do specific things, but like Wynn will absolutely attack you. And there's another thing is, if you talk to Wynn and or Leliana after the fact, Wynn will leave your party saying like, yo, I cannot work with someone who's willing to destroy the Urn of Sacred Ashes. And Leliana will, you could basically convince her, but Wynn, she just finds out somehow, always, and basically says, I'm not working with you anymore, fuck you, I'm going. So, if you want to keep Wynn in your party and not have her leave, you do this last. This is the last thing you ever do if you want to destroy the ashes. You could destroy the ashes and then head straight to the Arl Redcliffe's place. Give him the ashes, cure him, and then you don't have to deal with the whole blowback from Leliana and Wynn. But anyways, I'm going to end the episode right here. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'll stick around for next episode recording such thingy, and I shall see you then. Bye-bye!